Our mateys. Thought I'd get you caught up on what our October was like. Well, the first part of the month we took care of some of the personal items we needed to finish up, doctor appointments and things like that, you know, visiting the grandchildren a couple more times. But now, and during that time, I was doing some planning, laying out what marinas we were going to stop at, what our itinerary was going to be. No dates to it, because we're not sure of the dates yet, but kind of get a plan as to where we're going and how long we might stay somewhere. Well, for the most part, we've had some really great weather, but we've had a few days of rain and wind. So in the meantime, I wanted to put on some solar power, because when I'm out sailing, the autopilot and all the electronics, it sucks up so much battery power that every couple hours or a few hours I'd have to start the boat to keep the batteries charged up. I think this system is going to keep us from having to do that. So when we got back to the boat, I built the radar arch with the help of my boat neighbor Denny, and I got a video on that. I'll put a link down below for that. And without his help, this would have been a long, ugly looking project. But with his help, it looks good, it's sturdy, it's fantastic. Another thing Sherry wanted to put on, and which I agree, is a composting toilet, because our brown water, gray water tank, it's only about 8 gallons. I mean, we'd be pumping out, I don't know how often, quite frequently. So we put the composting toilet in. I think that's going to be a lot more convenient, especially cruising the ICW. And now Sherry's getting more comfortable with the limited space, kind of getting things organized. But one of the big issues we had was condensation. The never-ending battle of condensation. Well, a few years ago, I put Dendri in the V berth because I had that problem. Now in the quarter berth, where Sherry's storing her things, the floor and the sides of the hull, man, they're just dripping wet. So what we tried is, I ordered a queen-size piece of Dendri. We put that on the floor and up the side of the wall and onto the ceiling. Now the way I attached it was with a marine grade sealant, caulking, and I also used 1/2-inch screws that had a washer on them. Now you got to really be careful though, you don't want to come through the hull of the boat. So I didn't tighten them all the way up. They wouldn't come through anyway, it's more than 1/2 inch thick, but you just want to be careful with that. Now that's worked out extremely well. So we turned around, we bought another piece that's coming in, because in the storage lockers, the sole of the boat, that's getting condensation and getting things wet. So I'm thinking that Dendri is going to help that a lot. I'll keep you posted on it, but that stuff has really been good. Raven Wolf Marine, I think it is, and they're out of the Baltimore, Annapolis area. I'll put a link down below for you. Check them out. This is not a paid advertisement. It's just what I've been really happy with the product. Well, one of the things we did too to kind of make things more fun while we're waiting for the solar panel and the other things to come in, took a side trip to Baltimore, went to Fells Point, stay at Henderson's Wharf, right out there. I tell you, it's really, it's sad that this COVID thing has stopped so much of our going out and enjoying places like Fells Point. But when you walk around the corner from Henderson's and you walk into Fells Point, it's like a festival is going on every day. The restaurateurs and the shops have been so innovative in putting up outdoor dining with the seating and utilizing pallets and just all kinds of stuff that's really neat. Now in the wintertime, what a lot of them are going to do, they're going to put those heat towers in you know, the propane one, so that you have heat. And more, you know, we enjoyed sitting out in the tents more than we enjoyed going on the inside. And I think a lot of people are like that. And with this great weather, I think it's going to be a lot of fun in Fells Point. So now, as I mentioned, I got the solar panels arch made and the panels hooked, or panels installed. Now I'm going to be hooking up the controller. That just came in the other day, so I'll do a video on how we're hooking all of that up too. I got the composting toilet in. That really was an easy project. The hardest part was getting the old toilet out, getting the old holding tank out, and all the hoses and everything that went with it. Now I still need to take the macerator out, and that's going to open up some more storage space. And that was another thing. This opened up a considerable amount of storage space, which we kind of need. I mean, we're on a 30-foot boat, and we're living on it, so having that extra space is nice. You know, a few other little things we did. You know, we keep organizing things, moving things around a little bit, trying to optimize the space, and still have it so that what we need to get to is convenient, but when we're out sailing, it's not knocked all over the place. You know, when we get ready to go, there's only a couple items we need to store. Other than that, we can toss off the lines, unhook the power, and away we go. I wound up doing a little bit of sewing, touching up a few of my work jeans and some other things like that. Keeping busy with that. Actually scrubbed and washed the boat the other day, guys. Can't believe it, huh? But it's been an interesting month here, and now we're getting ready. Should have the solar panels hooked up within the next few days. We are taking one more side trip to New Jersey for Edie's confirmation, our granddaughter's confirmation. Coming back here, and then hopefully sometime around the middle of the month here, depending on the weather, between the 16th and 18th, we're going to start heading south, and I hope that you'll follow us. I'll have a link below where you can click on our website, and where we're going to have all the links, and of course on YouTube here we're going to be posting, I hope, at least once a week, and we'll be posting on Facebook as we go along. So until next time, guys, happy and safe boating to you, your family, and friends. Cheers.